My girlfriend and I caught each other cheating, and 3 minutes later, my face was bruised, a paper towel roll was flying, and Qley was laughing like the world had exploded just for her. I didn't expect the day to start like this. I woke up to the sound of my phone buzzing, Qley's name lighting up the screen. I thought maybe it was just a good morning text, maybe a casual joke about my ridiculous coffee habit. But no, it was different. There was something tense in the tone, something that made my stomach twist before I even opened the message. It said, "We need to talk. I'm at that little cafe on 5th, alone. Be here." I grabbed my keys, heart hammering. My first thought was worry. My second was guilt, the kind that presses on your chest and makes it hard to breathe. I didn't know it yet, but the guilt was mutual. When I walked into the cafe, the air smelled like burnt sugar and espresso. Qley was already there, leaning back in her chair with that smirk that made me melt and want to punch myself at the same time. But she wasn't alone. Across from her sat a guy I didn't recognize, grinning like he owned the place, casually holding her hand. "Jake," Qley said, voice deceptively calm. "You're on time." I forced a smile, trying to keep my voice steady. "Yeah, well, you said we needed to talk." My eyes flicked to the other guy, and something in my gut twisted. "Jake," the guy said smoothly, "I think we need to clear the air." It hit me like a punch. The recognition came slow, but sharp. Qley had been seeing him behind my back. At the same time, she looked startled, guilty, and amused all at once, like she was caught but not caught. "What the hell?" I muttered, sliding into the seat opposite her, heart racing. "Jake," Qley started, her eyes sparkling with mischief and fear. "I can explain," I scoffed. "Explain? What? That you're dating him while we've been—" I trailed off, unwilling to finish the sentence, because finishing it out loud made it too real. Before I could react further, Qley's phone buzzed. She glanced down, and her face fell just slightly, almost imperceptibly, before she shoved the device into her bag. Then she looked back at me, smirk still in place. I didn't even notice at first that my own phone had been buzzing while I was staring at her, frantic, heart hammering. The texts made it worse. Another girl, another guy, another layer to the mess. We both realized it at the same time. We had been cheating on each other, and now the tension exploded like a firework with no warning. "Seriously, Qley?" I growled, slamming my hand on the table. Glasses rattled, coffee cups shook. People nearby shot us curious glances. "All this time you're seeing him, and you didn't think I'd notice?" Qley leaned back, raising her hands mockingly. "Oh, don't look at me like that," she said, voice teasing, calm in a way that made me want to throttle her. "You're not exactly innocent either." I froze. She had a point. My own infidelities came rushing back. Texts I hadn't deleted, meetings that weren't really meetings. The guilt hit like a tidal wave, and I realized in that moment neither of us had a moral high ground. The guy across from her, her date, suddenly stood up. "Hey man, I don't want trouble," he said, calm but protective. "But she's mine." I blinked. "Wait, what?" Qley's smirk widened. "Oh, Jake, we're all adults here, but apparently some people don't take betrayal lightly." And then it happened. A glass flew across the table. It wasn't aimed at anyone in particular, just the chaos erupting around us. Qley's date lunged, fists swinging. I jumped up, instincts screaming. The cafe erupted into chaos. Tables rattled, chairs toppled, and I felt the first sharp smack of his fist connect with my shoulder. I staggered but recovered, swinging blindly. The taste of copper hit my tongue, probably my own blood from a lip split by the corner of a glass. Qley screamed, half in fury, half in laughter, as she tried to separate us, but her energy only added fuel to the fire. "You guys are insane!" she yelled, voice cracking with laughter. "Absolutely insane!" It didn't matter. By now, fists were flying, chairs scraping across the floor, and the cafe smelled of coffee, sweat, and panic. Her date somehow got a hold of a paper towel roll from the counter and started swinging it like a medieval weapon. It connected with my ribs once, twice, and I went down like a rag doll. I could hear the smacks, the laughter, Qley's delighted shriek cutting through the chaos. My vision blurred, and for a second, I wondered if this was some twisted dream. "You okay there, Benny?" Qley said, leaning close, brushing against me as if the adrenaline made it necessary to maintain proximity. Her smirk was pure mischief. Not really, I gasped, trying to catch my breath, hands pressed to my side where the paper towel had slammed me. Meanwhile, her date was grappling with me again, swinging, punching, smacking, a blur of arms, paper towels, and fury. I ducked, rolled, cursed, trying to avoid being pulverized while Qley danced between us like a chaotic conductor orchestrating madness. At some point, I think I tried to speak, to reason, to somehow make sense of the storm, but words were lost in the cacophony of glass shattering and fists connecting. The cafe felt like it was spinning. Chairs crashed. Napkin holders went flying. Qley's laughter rang sharp in my ears. Then it escalated further. I lunged at her date, managing a desperate grab, only for him to pivot, paper towel roll smacking me in the face again. Stars exploded behind my eyes, and I stumbled back, hands on my knees, cursing under my breath. Qley was screaming something, probably insults, probably encouragement. I couldn't tell as she darted between us, a blur of hair, perfume, and chaos. She smacked Elodie. Wait, no, that was her friend, I realized mid-fight. And somehow, the brawl was growing. Other patrons were screaming, some diving for safety. It was cinematic, absurd, infuriating, thrilling. My body was on fire, bruises blossoming across my arms, blood trickling from a split lip, heart pounding. I felt every pang of guilt and betrayal with each connection of fist to flesh. And yet, beneath the chaos, the thrill lingered. The dangerous intimacy of being close to her, tangled in the chaos she had orchestrated, made every pulse, every breath feel sharper, more alive. At one point, Qley shoved her date, sending him sprawling into the counter. She turned to me, grinning like a warrior queen. "Come on, Benny, don't just stand there." I didn't need telling twice. I lunged, arms wrapping around him, grappling, twisting, trying to make him drop the ridiculous weapon. He swung again, the paper towel roll smacking my shoulder hard, and I staggered, grunting, pushing back. Qley's laughter cut through it all. "Yes, that's it! Fight me, you idiots, all of you!" My vision swam, adrenaline surged, pain radiated from bruises, cuts, and the relentless paper towel attacks. But there was an undeniable, wild, ridiculous thrill, the kind of chaos that can't exist in polite, normal life. We collided again, arms flailing, hair flying, the air thick with sweat, perfume, and the sharp tang of coffee. Patrons screamed, staff shouted, and Qley somehow kept orchestrating her chaos with terrifying, beautiful precision. Then, the climax. Her date swung wildly. I ducked. Qley tripped him by the ankle, sending him crashing into the dessert display. Glass shattered, custard flew, paper towel roll bounced harmlessly, skittering across the floor. And in that moment, it hit me. The absurdity, the chaos, the sheer human ridiculousness of it all. Qley was leaning against me, smirking, hair stuck to her forehead, eyes gleaming with triumph and mischief. "See?" she said, breathless. "Perfect!" I was bleeding, bruised, exhausted, heart hammering, every nerve ending screaming. And yet I couldn't help but laugh, a wild, hollow sound. The cafe was a war zone. Betrayal, desire, guilt, adrenaline, it all mixed together. Beautiful, terrifying, and painfully electric. Miles had nothing to do with this, but the parallel was obvious. We had both been caught, both cheating, both losing control. The chaos wasn't just external. It was inside me, in her, in the tension between us, palpable, dangerous, intoxicating. Eventually, someone called the cops, someone shouted, and the brawl slowed. Qley smirked, leaning against me, hair tangled, hands sticky with spilled coffee and custard. "We're alive," she said softly. "And look at you. You survived." I nodded, too exhausted to speak. My face was swollen, bruises blooming like flowers across my skin. Pain radiated in waves, but the guilt and desire, tangled together, burned brighter than any bruise. And in that moment, I knew nothing would ever be the same. Qley had orchestrated chaos, manipulated every edge of the moment, and left me entangled, physically, emotionally, dangerously, in her storm. We walked out into the city evening together, bruised, sticky, laughing quietly between ragged breaths. People passed, oblivious. Neon lights glinted off the puddles from the earlier rain, reflecting chaos in miniature. And somewhere deep in my chest, the guilt, desire, and thrill of betrayal coiled tighter than ever. She leaned close, whispering in my ear, "You know, we're kind of perfect at this." I didn't know whether to punch her or kiss her. I did neither, for now. But the tension, the guilt, the electricity between us pulsed, raw and dangerous. The storm wasn't over. And I knew in every bruised, bleeding, exhilarated fiber of my body that the reckoning, personal, emotional, and chaotic, was just beginning.